Welcome to the live broadcast of the Nigeria Women Football League Premiership Super 6 Match Day 4 encounter between Naija Ratels and the Rivers Angels. Of course, both teams will be looking for their fourth victory in this encounter as both teams are battling for their first 3 points of this competition. For both of them, it looks like the championship could be far-fetched, but at least they'll be playing for pride, they'll be playing for themselves, and of course, a chance to give their fans far away in Rivers, and of course the FCT, something to cheer after 90 minutes. Of course, I am Nonto Arizichi, but I'm not alone. Of course, today I'm doing this alongside Itoro Jimmy. I'm looking, of course, at that game between Naija Ratels and Rivers Angels. Okay, beautiful game coming up between Naija Ratels and Rivers Angels. So I would say it's a dead rubber game. Both teams can't win the league, but of course, it's the end of level Super 6, Premiership Super 6, and it's going to be tough between both parties.
Yes, definitely, Nonto. So once again, I must say that today has started out, match day first really started out to be quite interesting, quite intriguing. As it is, yes, both teams, like you said, are going to play, for, should I say, honor, trying to get themselves a very first point, in this encounter. Rivers Angels are yet to win here, so there's Naija Ratels as well. As it stands, the league is looking very, very quite interesting, I tell you, because after the very first game of today between Edo Queens and Bayelsa Queens, you can see that the competition has again been thrown open. 7 points down for 3 teams, and of course the last game, which will be the game between the Nassarawa Amazons and the Remo Stars, will actually let us know which where the pendulum will be swinging. By the end, at the end of the day, when we're talking about the 5th, the match day 5. At this point, Naija Ratels will be trying so hard because, coming to a championship like this, I already said it that for the 6 teams to get here, you're definitely a winner definitely. But they're yet to pick a point here. Not that they've been playing so badly, but some, little mistakes have cost them, opportunity for from getting a draw or even a win. I still take a look at the game, the very first game they played against the Nassarawa Amazon. Although they played against a much experienced side, I think that game for me probably would have ended in a draw, if not for some mistakes here and there. But I'm not taking anything away from them. Both teams have so much to still play for. You can say pride, you can say honor, you can say they want to play for the badge, as we say in football. So I'm looking forward to a very, very intense and very tactical game when Naija Ratels takes on Rivers Angels.
Now let's dive into the game. Coach Samson Keshi, 2 changes. Paulina Osho drops to the bench, and of course you're having Azizat Abado making it to the lineup, and Anani and Oluwasewu also in 2 changes. What's in the air? After the game, he complained about fatigue and of course players playing too many games every other 24 hours. 2 changes. What do you think is in mind of Coach Samson Keshi?
I think giving the players opportunities to start is quite a good one. I've seen how Azizat has actually played. She came in as a substitute in the last game.
3 games.
Yes, and then the same way coming in as a substitute in the last game as well. So I think it's going to be quite interesting to watch because Azizat has got some firepower. She's got some firepower in her legs. Azizat has got some firepower in her legs, and of course at the end of the day, yes, the shot may not be so strong, but she's done so well. And I think giving her the opportunity to start, the game, it's a good one. It will build her confidence, and also I like the fact that the coach is giving them the opportunity, to actually explore new ideas. That's quite good for Naija Ratels.
For Rivers, Coach Blackson will be under pleasure. Heading to the game as one of the contenders to win it. They've got a huge history when it comes to Nigerian women football, and for them to be sitting pretty fifth on the table is not what you'd have asked for at the start of the competition. How do you think you'll be under pressure to get a first 3 points of this campaign?
Of course, I know Rivers Angels, with the pedigree they've got in the Nigerian Women Football League. Don't forget they've also won this championship before. They have also won the Premier League before. So they are a very good team. They're a very good team. So of course they will be also looking out for a win, and they will throw everything they've got into this game. Don't forget that they finished second in their group, and they have this, great squad. Some of the young players, we have in the under 20, under 17, from Rivers Angels. You understand? So they've got a very good squad. Although I think they're also suffering, from fatigue injuries as well. So they also have a very, very strong team out there. And at this point, I would say that we are looking forward to having a very, very beautiful game.
Okay, let's go to something, Kesh. How should they approach this game? Come on, apologies, it is the water sprinklers here in the stadium. But how should Coach Keshi approach this game? It's a big game. He must get a first 3 point. The fans in FC are crying. At least give us something to cheer. How should he approach this game?
Well, I think at this point he's got nothing to lose, but to make sure that he plays to play to the strength of every player. And I think what will work best is giving every player an opportunity, to express themselves, and at least encourage them to, go for goals. It doesn't have to be you walking your way to the 18-yard area. You can actually take the long balls as well. Capitalize on taking long shots and all that. Things that they've not tried so far in this championship. They should look into that. Allow these players to express themselves. I know tactically he will still want to put some things in place, but at least one thing for me is allowing these players to really express themselves.
We've seen the lineup of both teams. So where would you think the game will won and lost in this encounter? Like you said, Rivers has got some vastly experienced players.
Yeah,
Taiwo, Folabi, a lot of players as well. Peace FM, who's also on the bench today, but she's not really fully fit. How should they? What do you think we won or lost? Nigeria has got some good players as well in the junior levels as well. Do you think there's a loophole somewhere where any team can exploit, to get a victory in this encounter?
Yes, I think where it will be won and lost for Rivers Angels. I'll start with Rivers Angels. Is the ability, to capitalize on the formidable midfielders they've got. They've got an excellent midfield. You just mentioned Afolabi right now.
Yeah.
They've got an excellent midfield. Players that can actually fall deep into the area and then still go back ahead again. So it's been a very, very intense 3 matches played already. So I think that for Rivers, they are going to try to work work more from the midfield, and of course try to link up with their attackers to make sure that definitely they get to score goals. Rivers Angels have been quite good, and they're a good scoring side as well. So I would love to see them score goals here today.
Before I let you go, we now know how the table looks like. We've got some team has got one game to play, like Bayelsa and of course Edo Queens.
Yeah.
Where will you be putting your money on? Who is going to be crown champions after match day 5?
Match day 5 at this point. I'm not going to take anything away from Edo Queens because they've shown that they want to win this title back to back. Edo Queens are looking like they are going to give Bayelsa and Nassarawa Amazon a run for their money.
You already put your masters in this equation.
And at this point, I think I'm not going to, because we see that I think at this point the goal margin will come into play. And yes, we have Remo taking on Nassarawa Amazon a little later, and from the result we just saw between Bayelsa and Edo Queens, I think Nassarawa Amazons would at least maybe make it a draw. So at this point, if it is a draw, you should see that the competition is still going to be between Edo Queens, Bayelsa Queens, and of course Nassarawa Amazons.
I put you on the fence. What will be the final result of the 90 minutes? So far your crystal ball has failed you. I'm not going to give you any predictions today, because it seems that crystal ball, like you rightly said,
you
need to change your crystal ball.
But I think we are going to see below 3 goals in this encounter.
Below 3 goals, okay. Guys, we just saw the first game.
3 goals below.
3 goals below, okay. I want to go with around this one, but anyway, guys, don't forget the first game just ended. Bayelsa unbeaten run, 17 game unbeaten run in the league. Ended tonight. Edo Queens defending champions, the spoilers. 1 goal ended. Godwin Osigwe with the only goal. Up next will be Naija Ratels versus, of course, Rivers Angels, and finally the Rivers Stars will be playing, of course, Nassarawa Amazons later tonight. But for now, don't go nowhere. Kickoff between Naija Ratels and Rivers Angels will come shortly. Don't go nowhere. DMZ Sport TV is the place. RSDF powers it. Bye for now. We're back after this stuff.
Boss, we'll see later.
Let's go with this.
Yeah.
With this?
Boss, can I go with this?
They tell you people the same thing every time.
Give it to me, give it to me.
What did they do this camera now?
Give it to me, bro. Give it to me.
This one.
Alright, they come at the come. Alright, we there. See about you.
Let's go.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Michael, if you can hear me, please respond.
What's up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, folks around where you are, it's supposed to be close to you.
No, it's not.
Watch out, don't go back.
Can you hear me? He's not here. Any message for him? Any message?
Eyes on the ball. Eyes on the ball. Eyes on the ball. Stand back. Don't give us space. Seven.
That is the game between
Okay, free kick of. Then you have Doris Ohia, Paulina Osho, Timinino Additional, Chikode Ajubiga, Glory Sunday, Oluwatobe Olayende, Favor Edward, Chidebere Wafo, and Chinasa Obum. For the Rivers Angels, Adalin Bechi is in goal. With her, we have Sandra John, Joy Michael, Catherine Kenneth, Paulinus Ifoma, Tejuri Edward, Taiwo Afolabi, watch out for her in the heart of the midfield. Amina Folawosho, Taiwo Ajibade, Mary Moses, Titilayo Awada, and of course, in the bench, you have Faith Oloko, who can't seem to get into the first choice of this competition. Chikamso Iyama, Chidera Okenwa, Patient Otubo, watch out for her as well. Namatolai Karim, who's got leverage with, of course, Benue Queens in the past. Blessing Efetu's way, watch out for her as well. Peace F Young, Junior International, Nana Yusuf, Chisom Wachiko, Victor Ayadengu, and Abibat Abanji. Both teams are, Ratels and Black Saint for Rivers Angels, and it is Coach Samson Mawa Kashi for Naija Ratels. Rivers with the ball trying to build. A good ball there too. Kashi delivers something very good. She tries to go for power, dispossessed. Naija Ratels will go long. Trying to find Abadu. As is that. The danger girl very quick. Good movement there. Finds Adana. Adana throws the ball back to Abadu. What can she do? She's offside there. The chance snuffed out before it even happened. Offside, free kick for Rivers Angels again. Naija Ratels again starting well again like they always do. But hopefully this time they keep the momentum. Italo.
Honestly, no. So I hope this time around they are able to, make something out of this. We've seen that both teams actually started well, not just Naija Ratels. The Rivers Angels, team have also, tried a few things in front of the 18-yard area, and Naija Ratels, I like the fact that they are also returning energy for energy at this point. It's still early on in the game, and just 5 minutes, gone right now. And I would like to see, what the changes the coach had made today, would interpret to, even as we see a player, down there on the pitch.
Okay, looks like the player down with Seberita. She looks a bit knackered. I don't forget she's played 90 minutes in all the 3 games.
She has really been, I would say that, Naija Ratels are short of players. If I may use that word.
You're trying to complain about the squad in depth right now.
Yeah, because taking a look at how much they've played, I'm talking about Severita. She's been there. She's playing 90 minutes
in every single
game. So it's okay to see fatigue creeping once in a while, and I think that's probably one of the things that would be their own undoing in this encounter if we get to see players fall down so quickly. It's just 6 minutes on the clock, and it will be really terrible if I may point that out. Yes, she's walking off the pitch right now. Is she still going to play? That we're yet to find out.
Okay, of course, it looks like she won't have any issue continuing. She seems to be walking a bit fine. We'll get to confirm that in shortly. But now back to the pitch of play where Rivers are in building the position. They keep moving the ball. Keep control there. A try for Naija Ratels. The voice you can hear is the voice of Tosin Blackson, not a happy man. It looks like his job could be on the line if this campaign doesn't end favorably for him. So far, so good. Like I did say, 1 point for impossible 9 for a team known to control women football is absolutely appalling. You must ask me.
Honestly, you know, Rivers Angels, I thought we're going to be one of the top contenders here. I mean, judging from their, you know, regular season's performance, and they really did give Bielsa Queens a run for their money in the group stage, and of course. You have to play the best of the best, so to say. So I'm not going to, you know, criticize them that much. But because if I do criticize them that much, it means that probably other teams, you know, probably way better. But I think there's something that has been established here. The teams have got, they're suffering from some, you know, fatigue. You know, the team as well, and also injury problem. You actually mentioned Piseffiong. I want to let you know that Piseffiong has not played any game. She's not kicked the ball since she came to this championship.
Absolutely.
She's been on the bench. So, you know, that's one player that has been really, really, you know, phenomenal in that, you know, that squad. So when you don't have, you know, your best legs, you know, on the pitch, things like this are bound to happen.
Again, it looks like it's going to be a stop-start game. No fluidity in the movement of the ball or in the attack. Both teams a bit cagey, and we understand why. You know, this could be their chance of getting the first point, and they don't want to let it slip by their fingers. Throwing into Naija Ratels, Seberita will take it. It looks like, of course, the Naija Ratels are not in any hurry. Why would they be? I did tell you, fatigue, tired legs are playing a major role. Thank goodness Seberita is back in the pitch. She can continue. From that slight knock she picked up earlier in this encounter. Throw-in, of course, to Rivers. Rivers will be hoping to, you know, draw first blood. The header out here by the defender, Seberita. Good control there by Adana. Adana finds Bankole Sofiat. Sofiat finds Rita Sebe. Rita Sebe goes long. And of course, it's Aiba blocked. Again, good defending there by Rivers Angels. Taiwa Flabe. Solid midfielder there. Solid. Shows why she is the captain up there. Of course, they just concluded under 20 team. Good pass. Good control there. Still cleared. That was a good pass for Jared. Nigeria seem to begin to find their ascendancy. Begin to pass the ball again a bit, you know, a bit crisp. And but again, Rivers Angels showing why they are experienced, and I'm showing that so far so good. No shot on target yet for Nigeria Tells.
No shot on target for Naija Ratels, and of course I like the fact that you also pointed out that they are playing against a very experienced side. And one thing I must commend Naija Ratels for is that they are not taking the back seat because they are playing, you know, a team like you know, Rivers Angels, who have the experience, who are, you know, champions, you know, of this very, you know, league. They have a very good squad, a very, you know, a great team out there. But Naija Ratels are also, you know, stepping up, giving them, you know, every run and every, you know, matching above with every run and every, you know, pass they make. I hope they can actually keep up the tempo as the game progresses. Again,
like you say, good ball here by Naija Ratels. I'm trying to give an example of why and how they made it into this competition. Some people have forgotten. If you have forgotten why Naija Ratels were here, they just give a glimpse of that one pass too many again, even though they failed to get a shot on target after that beautiful play. It is, of course, 10 minutes gone. In this encounter, still no goal yet. Naija Ratels, no foul, says the referee. Play on, she says. Abadon, dispossessed. That's, of course, Justin number 10 with the ball. What can she do? Thought about Titilayo. Moves the ball forward. Can she get a shot on goal? A crack at goal. She goes to the wings again. That pass too heavy. It will roll out for a goal kick for Naija Ratels.
Yes,
again,
Aminat Folorusho, of course, was trying to connect right there with Sandra John, and at the end of the day, we see that they really could not make anything of that. Of course, it's going to be a goal kick for you know, Naija Ratels.
The sun is coming out. It wasn't as bad as it was in the first game. There was a lot of breeze and it was wonderful, but it seemed the sun that begin to cry out, and I don't think the player will love that, you know, in this encounter. But anyway, it is what it is. They say you have to clear every weather, but if nothing doesn't possesses her. Goal kick, it will be. Again, fantastic defending from Jumai. Smart defending. Some the player on the ground, smack the ball on her and into the over. And the referee says a good call again, goal kick. But again, smart defending from Jumai Adebayo, showing her experience in that one.
Jumai has really been one player that has, you know, shown that she's quite skilled. the Naija Ratels squad. And of course, I won't take away her, brilliance, in every game that we've seen. And that was another one right there she just showed.
Okay, of course, good one there for Jumai, but right now it's throw-in to be for Rivers Angels. So they thought it was her ball, but unfortunately the referee thought otherwise. Linesman giving the throw-in to Rivers Angels. In a very dangerous position. Can she get it? Will she go long or should she go short? We'll wait and see. Like we always tell you, the set places will always play a major role in these encounters. Rivers with the ball. Good turn. What can she do? She goes back home. Again, that looks like a foul. The referee finally agrees with me. Free kick, Naija Ratels. Again, Naija Ratels, no respecter of any team. They seem they're having a good. I think they have the better of the early exchanges in the first of 30 minutes of this game.
Honestly, no. So I like the fact that you pointed out that they are no respecter of any team because, he who is down fears no fall. They are yet to get a point in this, in this championship, and so far they've only scored one goal. I think it's the same with, Rivers Angels as well. It will be really nice to see them score goals because we've seen, some brilliance from these players. However, one of the challenges they have is the ability to, their inability to put the ball at the back of the net.
Finally, the first target, but that was Tim from Janet Ikba. She went for the ambitious, for the audacious, but instead she found goalkeeper Andalin Mbechi.
I think where she actually took the ball from was actually very far. She would have to have really gone closer or probably put in more firepower, to that game.
The cross there for Rivers Angels. That would have caught Faith Emilon and napping. Ambitious. Try to go for the lob. At least great idea, but execution little to be desired. Goal kick to Ratels. Again, Rivers again. When the need arises, they show a little experience here and there to let you know why they're one of the top teams in Nigerian women football.
You can't talk about the Nigerian women football, league without talking about Rivers, Angels.
Throw in for Rivers Angels. A long throw to be cleared. Who else but Jumai? We'll get to talk about her sometime on the game. Looks like she's always the most valuable player, but again, Anani miscalculated. Afolabi finds her teammate. Without a shot, knows the pass. But of course, it looks like it will be cleared by Bumi Oladeji, the captain of the team. Ratels living dangerously. Okay, a long ball forward. That's a big chance there. Is that a chance for Ratels? Mbechi comes and gathers. I'll show you where it is. Good control there. Rivers Angels with the ball. Cleared. Afolabi with it. What can Afolabi do? She lays it out. A good pass. Can she get there? Of course she can. But again, who's there with her? The answer is Jumai. Just number 12. Runs it out for a goal kick to Ratels. Goal kick. Jumai again winning the battle of both parties. Long ball forward. That looks like a handball. That says play on. Still Nigeria Ratels. Adana keeps the ball in play, but it will listen to only just number 8. That is Taiwan Afolabi. Who lets the ball go to just number 16. Intejiri Edward. A long ball forward. Can she find a man? Semerita will clear for a corner kick for Rivers Angels. Again, Semerita not taking any chances. She could have carried that ball over, but she takes no chances. She takes no prisoner in that encounter. Corner kick.
Corner kick, of course, for Rivers Angels. And also we're beginning to see that the game is opening up gradually. And we've seen that Ratels have been brilliant when it comes to defending. And they've shown that here again today.
Good turn there by jersey number 4. Of course, that's Catherine Kenneth. She goes to jersey number 24, Joy Michael. A long forward, she's clearly offside all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. And the referee has no other thought, all that thought, I tell you, than to blow for a free kick for Naija Ratels. Bume will take this one, the captain of the team, jersey number 15. A long ball forward by Bumi. A good cross here, can she go there first? But again, Andalin read it very well. She comes out to bail her team. Andalin will find Kenneth. Kenneth, what can Kenneth do? Kenneth moves the ball. Taiwo Afolabi is with the ball. Kenneth will go straight to, of course, Kenneth. Afolabi, Joy. Joy goes long. A chance they want to be doing. What was that? But Faith Omelana will faithfully come out and gather. Naija Ratels. Good control there. Nora Davis finds Jumai playing a right back this time around in this encounter. Jumai goes long. Cleared. Kenneth. Let go. It's now Rivers Angels. What can they do? Taro, can she get a good pass? She turns. She diligently. She wastes time. It gets to her finally. Time wasted there by Taro Afolabi.
Yeah, Taro Afolabi was trying to connect right there to Mary Moses, but I think she was caught offside right there. And brilliant football we've seen from these two sides.
Okay, trying to find her down now, but that's too much. Too much ball, too much juice in that ball. You need to watch it, you know, when they try to get some kind of passes through. The goal kick for Rivers. And of course, the goalkeeper will take it. Andalin Uberechi. Andalin finds Kenneth. Kenneth finds Joy. He said Joy is coming. Rivers needs all the joy they can get at the moment. Rivers Angels with the ball, keeping the ball. They keep possession. Again dispossessed. That was a very good control there. Or I say good touch. Abado. Again, the one pass too many for Naija Ratels. That no foul says the referee, but Jumai comes in. Foul says the free kick there on jersey number 10. Titilayo Awada. Culprit there is Jumai Adebayo. Too much power, says the referee there. In that kind of good call again by the officials.
Good call, good call. I agree with you on that, Nonso. So far, we've seen, a game being very, very, seamless. If I may use that word, free flow. That's what we've seen so far. I hope the player is not really, really hurt. We pointed out earlier that these players are tired. I mean, somebody like Bumi, who's actually the player on the pitch right now.
Yeah.
Oluwabumi Oladeji. She's actually played in every game here. 90 minutes, no substitution. I think she's played in every game since Naija Ratels came to this championship.
Okay, she'll be doing another change. She's clutching her back. Hope that's not serious. But that would be a huge blow for Coach Keshi in this encounter. But she's up. She's limping. How big a blow would this be for Naija Ratels if she can't continue?
It would be very, very dangerous, I say, because she's won a firepower there in the defense. She's been able to, reduce the tally of goals they've conceded a few times. She's really shown some, brilliance at the back line right there. Sometimes it's just you just find, Bumi alone with the goalkeeper.
A free kick there by Kenneth. A chance! She misses. That was a good opportunity. She had time, she had space, And boy, she had the net gazing at her with such aplomb. But she misses. Big chance there wasted by Rivers Angels.
Big chance indeed, a big chance indeed, Nonso. That was a very, very, very brilliant opportunity. However, it's still goalless here.
Don't forget, Bumi is still outside, and that's why that place was empty. But Rivers capitalized on that opportunity. The answer is no. Bumi is not back, and it seems that the backhand is all over the place. Abandon. Crosses the ball forward. Cleared away. Nora Davis will keep that one. But that is a foul. Referee says no, play on. And that's a chance here. Again, can somebody get there first? He does.
Brilliant clearance from Severita. Brilliant clearance.
But that striker should have had a better first touch, and she was through on goal. That was a big chance. Again, you ask yourself, how did she not get that chance in? Talking about Mary Moses.
I hope Severita is not injured, as she's still on the pitch.
She took one for the team there.
Really taking one for the team. She's still on the pitch, however, now she's sitting.
Again, of course, Nigeria was living dangerously. That was again a loose ball in the heart of the midfield. Just one pass and the defense was all over the place. But the good news is that Bumi has returned.
Yeah, I think Severita had to overlap because Bumi was still, receiving some form of medical treatment and was yet to get approval, from the referee to go back on the pitch, and that almost cost them, conceding an early goal here against Rivers Angels.
Okay, we'll see how things pan out in this encounter. We're still waiting for the first goal of this encounter, and hopefully, I can tell you, the goal will surely come, and come, it surely will. We'll wait and see. Throw in. Rivers. Rivers Angels are not in a hurry to take the throw in. Finally, they have taken that throw in. Can she deliver something good into the box? She turns. She turns again. Rita in a dilemma. But the cross, really bad. Again, how do you do all things right and end up doing one thing wrong to cost your team? Still Rivers Angels. Long ball forward, try to find Mary. Mary is still there. Can Mary get the first touch? No foul, cleared. Still Mary. Finally, goal is in. Is that a goal? The answer is yes. The referee has given it. The goal will count. That looks off. But the referee will give it. Again, poor communication from defense and goalkeeper.
That, for me, sure looked like it was offside. However, the referee says it's a goal.
The goal will count. And Rivers Angel will draw first blood again. What do you think about that goal? Do you think, of course, Nigeria were slipping at the back? And how did they let that one go through?
I think it's one of those, miscommunication time we've always pointed out when, players are trying to probably put themselves together. I don't know what really happened right there. Omilano, I would say, tried her best. I actually thought, she would actually get back, to get that ball out, but that was not to be. And of course, now it's a Rivers Angels 1, Naija Ratels no goal. Again,
miscommunication, but again, Nigeria has got a chance to draw a level pegging. Oh, she has the control, but it seems the ball is not obedient. Cleared. Anani will control. Another good cross there. Nobody's going. The answer will be Andalino Bechi, who will get that one in that encounter. Again, if you're joining us here, it's of course Rivers Angels who are taking the lead in the 24th minute of this game. Rivers Angels 1, Naija Ratels yet to score. Long throw, Faith. A long ball cleared by Faith. Play forward. And Anna gets there. She does. She controls. She keeps the ball on the ground. She gets past the backer. She's still going. Again, her final ball blocked before it gets to the desired destination. You can see Rivers defensively aren't that solid either. They're letting some balls behind them, and of course, it's Naija Ratels again. Whoa, will she get a cross in? She does! And she catches the ball! That was Sally Grace. She had no chance to score that one and miss it. But she misses it. A shot! Saved there by Faith Omilada. It was one of saved there by the goalkeeper. End-to-end stuff right now. One moment, the other ball was crashing the bar at Rivers' end. And the next moment, it's Faith Omilada with a flying save to ensure that it remains at 1-0. I beg your pardon.
Brilliant save from Faith Omilada right there. And of course, that shows you that Naija Ratels are not done just yet. Yes, they may have conceded, a goal, but they show that they are a team who are still, going to push it until the very last minute. And I think one of the problems they're having right now is the fact that they, have a player, on and off the pitch every 5 minutes, and it's really affecting the flow, of game, in the team.
Still Naija Ratels. Long ball forward, trying to find Sally Grace, the lady who just smacked the bar a moment ago. Nora Davis wins this one. Again, upper body strength. Okay, big pass here. Can a ball go? Can she get a ball through? Naija Ratels are indeed playing good football, but can they get something in? Obado. A shot there. That is Paulina Oshaw. Who hits that one? A shot there. In that encounter. The change has been made, of course, by Naija Ratels. It looks like Semerita can't continue. She has been replaced, of course, by Paulina Oshaw, the lady who had that shot at goal. So the first throw of the die is injury again, like we did say it, injury will play its role, and again fatigue has been to play its role as well. Yes,
I think the goal they conceded actually came as a result of the little delay that happened between that period where she got injured, and we're still trying to make that change.
Obadu, is that? A chance can she deliver something good? A good cross. That will be a corner kick. The referee says no, it's a goal kick. Instead, she dimmed the ball to across the line before and returned. But how did Saliu miss that? She was in front of goal. She had more chance of scoring than missing, but she found the bar. Big chance.
Big chance it did. I just hope they're able to, convert, their opportunities, because that has been the problem that, the team has had since they, started the championship. And, it's not always easy for you to, try to fight back into, find yourself running back to, kind of playing catch up in the game.
Okay, throw in for Rivers. Rivers moving the ball. Good control there by Tawa Falabi, showing her experience. Why she's one of the best in the business.
Of course,
good control there. Tawa moves the ball, finds her teammate. Cleared by Paulina. Throw in to Ratels. A throw in. It will be. Rivers Angels finally got hold of the ball for a throw in. Just number 13. Paulinus Ifoma to take the throw in. That's Titilayo. Goes long. Trying to find Mary. Wanani wins it. Azizat Obadon with the ball. Azizat goes long. A good ball they're trying to find, of course. Genetic Ba. But can't find her. Long ball forward. Jemai will head. Go out for a throw in. A long throw. That's a foul, says the referee. Advantage Rivers Angels. 32 minutes gone here at the Remo Star Stadium, and it's that solitary goal for Rivers that decides the game so far. Free kick for Rivers. A good cross, headed out by Bumi. Then they're not fully cleared yet. Corner kick for, of course, Rivers Angels. It's all you can see. Of course, Rivers Angels are now, for the past 5 minutes, have been the better side. They've been asking questions, and they're trying to get the second goal at least to ease the tension in the camp.
Definitely, they were trying to, increase their tally, and the pressure, of course, is getting to Naija Ratels at this point. They're really trying so hard, and it's not a good one. Allowing the balls to get through to their area, the 18-yard area.
Of course, it's Rivers, 2 Rivers. Just number 5. Going back to the goalkeeper and the lane. Saliu trying to chase. But Rivers keeping the ball and keeping it nicely. A long ball forward again. They seem to understand how to break the teams with the ball behind. That'll be a goal kick. No foul, says the referee. Naija Ratels.
Definitely, I told you that it's going to be putting everything, both coaches are going to put everything on the line. And we've seen that Rivers Angels are making sure they use the long balls. They have players who are, a lot taller than the players from Naija Ratels, and they're trying to use the, use the air more, more heading and, long balls. And, they have players that are quite, pacey as well. So Naija Ratels will have to step up their game if they are able, for them to look for a way to get even a point, in this game.
I think the coach should have seen, of course, the tactics of Rivers Angels trying to play the ball from the back. That's a foul. She must be in pain, excruciating pain. But again, that shows why she's quite young. Adana quickly back up, ready to go. Free kick, Naija Ratels. Don't forget, up next, of course, will be Nassarawa Amazons.
I don't go balance.
Nassarawa Amazons will be up next against, of course, Remo Stars. That's a clash to behold, but for now, we stick here with Naija Ratels. Mume will take it. That should be a direct one for Andalin all day long. That won't worry her. Again, and that team effort. How are they missing Rita Sebe in this game?
Rita Sebe has really done so much, for the team. And of course, the fatigue seems to have set in. I just hope that she's okay. And of course, they're really going to miss her on the pitch because she's one player that overlaps.
Yeah.
She overlaps really well for Naija Ratels. And I hope Paulina Shaw can actually, step up and do justice right there.
You see how things pan out? Long throw Rivers. Nora Davis keeps it on the ground. A good pass. Trying to find Sally Grace, but finds no one in particular. It's two Naija Ratels going. Of course, Genetic Ba running away from goal instead of going to goal. Throw in Naija Ratels. Throw in. What can, of course, Paulina Shaw do? A clear ball back. Foul, says the referee. And it looks like Falabi Taiwo is in pain. Excruciating. It must be to her. And again, the ball not being kind as well with her on the ground. We're still waiting, of course. We're less than, of course, 7 minutes to half time, plus at a time in this encounter. Naija Ratels yet to score a goal, apart from them scoring the first goal of this tournament. They have not hit the back of the net again since then. They've had chances, Saleh Grace, Jonathan Ipa, yet they are fire blanked. I think the story of Naija Ratels should be the fact that they have failed to score goals in this competition when we know them for scoring goals. It looks like they are playing some good football, some enterprising football, but the net has refused to be gracious to them.
Honestly, Nonso, they've really tried, in terms of showing some brilliance. But of course, we know the game of football is about scoring goals and playing 5 games. Because this is actually, I'm sorry, 4 games. Yes, yeah. 4 games. Playing 4 games, although we're still in the very, first 45 minutes of this encounter between Naija Ratels and Rivers Angels. They're yet to score. In this encounter, and so far they've only got 1 goal. A goal they scored before they lost actually to Nassarawa Amazon in their very first match. That was the opening match, in this championship.
Okay, that's the throw-in, of course. Naija Ratels. Let's hope and pray we can see goals before the end of this one. I think the fans of LT are already crying for goals. But Naija Ratels still going. Can she go in front of goal? She's still going. Still like across there. Again, another chance spawned. The story of the Super 6 for Ratels. So close yet so far. Counter attack. Afolabi finds just number 10. Titilayo. Awada. To Titilayo. What can she do? She wants to go. She can't pass her back. And Nani says, no way. No way. Closed gate. Corner kick. Again, it looks like Rivers Angels are trying to hit the Ratels on the counter attack. They let them have the ball, move the ball, and when they have the ball, the speed in the team causing pain for these Ratels teams.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that we have players, players that are a little bit taller in the Rivers Angels squad. And
a change right now. Just hold on. Apologies. A change. Rivers Angels. I don't know. Already making their first change already. Jersey number 19 is coming in. Victoria Eyagwede, and of course just number 13 is leaving the pitch. Pauline Usufoma, first throw of the dice for coach Tosan Blackson, despite his team leading by a goal to them. Corner kick. You were saying something, Toro?
Yes, I said the players in Rivers Angels have got the height, and that's what they are capitalizing on at this point.
A cross, a fate to gather. Fedobela now finds, of course, is that, of course, Paulina Shaw. She goes long trying to find, of course, good control there. It's too Saleh Grace. What can she do? Again, for the opting time, Naija Ratels can't create something from a very good opportunity. Jonathan Ipa. Then if you go for a shot, how much can we keep saying this again? Promising chance again. Ratels can't even get the ball. At least to worry goalkeeper Mbechi in goal for Rivers Angels. Goal kick. Mbechi not in a hurry. With a left footer. Ratels sends the ball back. Saleh Grace. She leaves the ball behind. Rivers will keep it, but not for too long. Ratels. Foul. Ball every place advantage. Good control there by Nora Davis. Of course, Paulina Osho. Again, Naija Ratels showing some good football. Jonathan Ipa can't keep the ball in play. Throw in. So again, the fans of Naija Ratels are not happy. They're just asking how did they play so well and not get at least a shot on target, at least something to cheer for the fans in this game.
Sometimes, like they'll say, you win some, you lose some.
But you can't lose every game.
This loss has been one too many, really. This losses has been one too many for Naija Ratels, and it would be, something good if they can actually give the fans something to cheer about.
The first look out of the game, Titilayo Awada, bad challenge. How bad was that challenge?
a bit tacky, I would say, a bit tacky. I think she ought not to have done that. I mean, the player from Naija Ratels clearly got the ball going, and she ought not to have done that at all.
Free kick it will be for Naija Ratels, who have got the better of the first half, but are trailing. I think this is the story of the day. Rivers Angels will try to counter attack again. Watch out for Mary Moses. She is the culprit. Can she keep that one in play? The answer is no. Jumai can't. Throw in Rivers Angels. The throw. Jumai will clear. Rivers Angels. Keeping the ball. Not in a hurry. Passing the ball patiently. Waiting for chances, to create chances. Good control there. See Rivers Angels is going. A good pass there. Can she get there? Just a goal kick. How good is Jumai? She's played at right back. She's played at left back. She's played at centre back. She plays everywhere. And the way she plays, she does well.
I just, you know, she's that good. However, I think she's been overworked at this point. And
can Janet it back? Keep going, Janet it back. Run the ball away.
Janet actually, you know, ran that ball
first
of
touch.
play.
Yeah.
Ran that
But
ball
again,
of
first
play.
touch again. This is the problem of Nigeria in the 18-yard box. We're saying what about Jumai before that challenge?
Yes, I said I just hope she's not going to be overworked at this rate. If they lose Jumai at this point, it's going to be another big blow, you know, to the team, because that's another player just like Severita, who has, you know, been in every game. You know, she's been in every game since this championship started.
Of course, that's Bankley Sophia dispossessed. Foul says the referee again. Good call by the officials. Try to play the advantage, there was no advantage. And she called it back again. Good officiating in this one. Someone hits the deck. Another 10 players on the turf. That looks like Bankole Sofiat. Exactly. It is Bankole Sofiat. Another player again who has played all games this tournament. She hasn't missed a single minute. She got the right to be tired and fatigued. The medics have been called upon. But let's look at the game. It's gradually heading to halftime. The assessment of this game so far. How do you think the game has fared? First of all, from Nigeria and then, of course, for Rivers Angels.
Well, both teams, for me, have you know, been quite brilliant. Naija Ratels, however, have been quite unfortunate, you know, with no goals. And of course, we see that we have 2 minutes at a time here in the first half. So it means the first 45 minutes of this game, it's almost over. And I would say it calls for concern. I mean, it's not easy to be a Naija Ratels fan right now, as they are yet to get consolation. I would say consolation, because if they are to get a draw here, I mean, they'll be able to at least say, we came to the championship and we got a point.
Should Samson Keshi be worried? Though he's not in the bench, don't forget he had a red card the last game. Should they be worried about the performance of his girls, that despite what is going on, they can't seem to get a shot on target?
Yeah, I think the coach has actually pointed out that he doesn't really have a bench, and he's had to overwork, you know, these players, which is why I think we're seeing, you know, this performance in every game. They have the energy, they have the pace, they know what to do, but they are outrun most of the time, you know, because of the lack of squad depth that they should have. And it's quite evident in every game they've played so far.
Corner kick it to be as the time is rolling out. We have 2 minutes at a time, like it already tell you. Can Nigeria at least, you know, pull a goal back, or will Rivers Angels capitalize on this 2 extra minutes and get more comfortable on this caution? Corner kick, Rivers. Across. Of course, goal kick it to be. For every goal considered for Nigeria, a mistake must be made. And it's half time here at the main bowl of the Remo Star Stadium. I tell you, It is the player sitting on the ground. You know why? It's tired legs. But it's his halftime here. With Naija Ratels nil, Rivers Angels 1. Goal scored early on at the first 20th minute of that game. As of course, it is Naija Ratels who would have to come back and play recovery, play catch up, and play restoration if they want to get something from this game. Final thoughts of the game, Ito, before we go on the halftime.
Honestly speaking, I mean, I don't, you know, I would say I don't want to talk more about the Naija Ratels, you know, always coming, playing catch up, and trying to come from, you know, back to see if they can actually, you know, get something from the game. But that is what they are doing again here today. So it's not an easy one. I mean, you played the first match, you scored ahead, scored ahead, and then conceded 2 goals. The second match you lost.
Beaten by a goal to nil. Third match beaten by 2 goals to nil.
So it's I would really love to see them score, because we've seen some brilliant things in front of the goal.
Yeah.
But that is not enough. Absolutely not enough at all. Yes, both teams are looking for forward to getting a point, in this encounter. And Rivers Angels at this point are the ones with the upper hand, as they have, a goal already going into the first 45 minutes.
Okay, after Welcome to the second half of the encounter. Of course, the game between, of course, Naija Ratels and, of course, the Rivers Angels. Match day 4, game 2. Both teams are unchanged as they left at halftime. Don't forget, one change has been made for Naija Ratels. But, of course, Rita Sebe replaced by Paulina Osho. And, of course, Rivers Angels, it was, of course, Paulinus Ifoma going out. And coming in, of course, was no other than, of course, Victoria Ayandwe. The goal scored by Titilayo Awade early on in the encounter, the 20th minute of play. That's the only goal scored so far, within, of course, Rivers Angels leading by a goal to nil in this encounter. If they end this way, Rivers will jump up to 4th, but they sit chilled in 5th. There's nobody, they don't move on the table, but the points increases. But Naija tells it might condemn them to their 4th defeat of the season, and that's not what Coach Samson Keshi and his team technical crew will be looking out for. I still got with me Jimmy Itoro to take us through this game with her in-depth analysis and, of course, a statistical prowess. She'll be telling us, of course, what she think would happen, how it would happen, and what to expect in this encounter. Second half already, Itoro, and what are we expecting in this game?
Well, second half, I don't think that looking at the way the first half ended, that they would slow down anytime soon. Both teams are hungry. I don't see Naija Ratels, taking their leg off the paddle just yet. And of course, the same applies for Rivers Angels, as they would love to score more goals. We saw, that after they got that first goal in the first half, they actually kept pushing to see if they could get more. And I like the fact that, despite the fact that they push so hard to see if they could get more goals, Naija Ratels have also put up some level of resistance, trying to make sure they stop them on their tracks. And I'm very sure that Naija Ratels will keep pushing to see if they can actually get a goal, in the second half. It would be interesting to see if they could get a goal at the end of the day. Don't forget that they're playing 4 matches so far, and we've only seen one goal. One goal being scored by Naija Ratels.
Okay, guys, don't forget, of course, we have 46 minutes already gone in this game, as you can see. Naija Ratels will be hoping to, of course, get a goal. Hopefully, draw themselves back in this encounter. And we just saw a shot from Paulina Osho, a shot on target, but that will not worry goalkeeper Andalin Mbechi in goal for, of course, for Ratels in this encounter. Rivers, cleared. Cleared again. Cleared again. Good control. Cleared. Again, that's the scorer. Going back to, of course, Joy. She has been giving her teammates lots of joy at the back. So far, no goal considered. Again, that's the ball. A chance there for Moses Mori. Moses Mary, I beg your pardon. Oh, Mary. Oh, Mary. Good defending there by Bumi. She made a mistake. And, of course, Anani has recovered for her. Obadu Azizat. A long ball forward. A good ball. And Ali comes in. She clears. In that encounter. It's a roll. You can see again, second half, Andrea seems to be the better of the team. They are pushing, they are pressing, they are huffing, they are puffing. But so far, the House have refused to go down.
Yeah, I told you that looking at this team, they're coming into the second 45 minutes, that they're not going to take their legs off the paddle just yet. I mean, it's just 3 minutes into the second half. And I want to believe that we're going to, see more of this. Naija Ratels. That was a beautiful chance. A beautiful, beautiful chance. And once again...
and it's, of course, Obadu. We talked about the fact that she gets into important chances, into important positions, but again, she can't keep her ball down. Is it lack of experience, again, coming to the fold for this young, promising talent?
Yes, you can say that again, so it's lack of experience, for these players. They are under tension, if you take a look at it, they still want, a goal. They're looking forward to seeing if they could get a goal from, this game. And that will only happen if they are level-headed. If they are level-headed, if not, they'll be punished. And even as we see, Oluwabumi clear that one out. just like she's always done, in previous game, and how she's been able to keep the team, afloat in this competition.
Okay, of course, you can see, of course, Ibadan still trying to win the ball. Adana comes in and comes out. That looks like a foul. Throw in. For Naija Ratels, beg your pardon, Jumai. Very boisterous. A fantastic young lady. Defensively solid. Good control there. Adana fouled, but the business play on. Throw in Naija Ratels. They were praying for all the grace to fall upon them because they need all the grace, all the favor right now for Ratels in this encounter. And the will come, get there before Sally with grace. Who unfortunately have failed to score a goal. Oh, in this encounter. We'll come back to Toro. She seems to be having a little recess. Cleared away by Omira Faith, the junior international. Ipa, Saliu, back to Ipa. Naija Ratels again will not fail to play some good football. But what they have failed to do so far in this game is score goals. And yet again, all they can get is a throw-in.
Yes.
Can this throw bring forth good news for Ratels? Adana. Still Adana. Across there by Paulina. Headed out. Cleared by Taiwa for Labi. Mary Moses and Anani. The battle. Anani wins this battle. Anani wins the tug of war in this one. Nora Davis. The midfield maestro. A good pass there. She's onside. The referee says, thinks otherwise. Naija Ratels need a savior, but they can't get one. Not anytime soon. A free kick quickly taken. Blocked by Paulina Osho, the vice captain of the team. Cleared. Anani. Afolabi. Win the ball. She finds just number 20. Aminat finds the skies. Again, that's a big chance. But Amina blazed it over the bar. And that chance has gone back in again. Good foul. A foul there on, of course, Janet Ikma. Nigerians will have to feast. They will have to eat. But what they need to get is goals for all their troubles. We're waiting for the first goal for ourselves in this game.
Now, some must say that I've seen, how much they're pushing, how hard they're fighting to see if they could get their first goal, in this encounter, probably to get an equalizer. They've been trying so hard. I think they've actually, dominated this match in the last, say, 5 minutes. They're not slowing down anytime soon. They're not slowing down at all.
Throw in, it will be for Rivers Angels. Just number 3.
Free kick.
Free kick instead. This number 3 will take it. Sandra John! A million of punches. Good defending there by, of course, Rivers. Oh, what a player is this girl is, Afolabi. Indeed, everything about her is falling in place. Just like that pass from Mary Moses, but she was offside in that one. Itoro.
Yes, of course, Mary Moses was offside, but that goes to show you how, swift, the Rivers Angels, players are. they can actually overlap a lot easily, and I must give it to Afolabi. Afolabi is a brilliant player. She is very good at ball distribution, and that is one thing that has really worked, for Rivers Angels. She knows how to distribute, her balls.
Nora Davis will find Anani. Anani will find Bumi. Bumi will leave it for Jumai. Jumai will find Bumi. Bumi goes back, of course, to Anani. Anani. Oh, Anani. She knows this pitch. This pitch knows her so well. Good control there, of course, by Adana. Adana will try to find Genetic. But the defender will not let that one go through. Iba wins it back. Nigerians are on the ascendancy. They are fighting. Like the people will say, he who draws blood wins the game. But so far, they're just punching on the stomach. They haven't gotten the face in this encounter yet. At least, not yet.
Yes, they haven't gotten the encounter yet. They've actually not gotten, what they are looking for. But we can see that they are fighting so hard. They are trying so hard to get something, out of this game. It will be, a consolation, some form of consolation for Naija Ratels. I mean, we've seen that they play beautiful football. However, their inability to score goals, it's still something to be worried about.
We can say the future is bright for Naija Ratels, I can tell you. Good control here. That's Bankole Sofiat. A good cross. A shot again. Again, after all said and done, the ball wasn't on target again.
Yes, not so, but brilliant push up from Bankole Sofiat.
But again, what a control that was. Come on, it was exquisite, top notch, heavenly. It just took us back to the days where the Nigeria was on top of the world in front of the crowd. What a control that was, if you ask me.
Looking at Naija Ratels and the level of brilliance, they have in the squad, I want to believe that they are one team we should be looking out for, come next season. Hopefully they'll be able to get attackers this time around, because the coach has also talked about the importance of having attackers so that, he could balance his game properly. And not probably bring in new players into the, the squad as well.
Oh, Iba? Come on, Tongs pass one. Finds her right back, Paulina. Paulina finds Janet back. Janet get past one. Janet goes long. Finds Salio Grace. Grace is able. How able can she be? She goes back to her left back, Jumai. Jumai, of course, finds Obado Azizat. Obado with a wayward pass. When Naija Ratels will recover. What a poor pass by Jumai. Of course, Aminat will try to find Mary Moses. Aminat finds Ominala Faith instead. And Ratels with a group. Of course, you can see Paulina Osho going long, trying to find Bankole Sofiat. Salio Grace with the ball. To Salio Grace. What can she find? A good pass to Bando Azizat. Let me say she's offside. Two changes for Rivers Angels. Just number 18 and just number 17 coming in. Number Telai Karim. She needs no introduction. Watch out for her. She was at some point with Honey Badgers. And of course, jersey number 17, Chisom Choko, also coming in. Number 10 is going out. The goal scorer Titilayo Aweda will be leaving the way. And of course, jersey number 20 also is leaving the pitch. Talking about Aminat for Lorun Shaw. Also has had a final kick of the ball in this encounter. Two changes. What is Tosin Blackson thinking with this change?
More goals. That's simply it. More goals. And probably, working on their defense as well, because if you're talking about the midfield, it is sealed already for Rivers Angels. They have, Afolabi there, with fantastic football distribution sense. So they just need, people, players at the front of the coach to finish up the work they started.
A good pass here! Trying to find! Imagine it! Goes for goal! He's trying to tee up her teammate or create a chance for her other teammate. She went for glory. Her eyes lit up. She saw the glory, but she found hell instead. Goal kick.
That was a great miss. I'll say one of one of the games. Probably looking back at that, they would only have themselves to blame. I think she ought to have passed that ball, but then again, it actually took a little bit of brilliance there. She looked up a little bit. I think probably before she started second guessing herself, she decided to take the shot herself, and I think we're probably going to see more of that.
Can I ask you a question? Does this tell the whole story of Nigeria Ratels in this championship?
Losing this
chance. Does it tell the whole story of Nigeria Ratels in this championship so far?
Well, that's what some of the story, not the entire story.
Goal kick, 2B. A player is down for Nigeria Ratels. We'll find out who that is shortly. It looks like that is it looks like it's Janet Ba. Janet Ba is the player down. She required a medic. She was the culprit who missed that big chance a moment ago. At the moment later, the ground tells her to sit and learn.
I just hope that she gets up because she's one player, even though she had missed that opportunity, she's one player that has really done brilliantly well for Naija Ratels. She's not afraid of taking chances.
Absolutely.
We've seen that she's created a few herself, even though it has not been executed properly.
I know it's too early days to start talking about positives for Naija Ratels, but we know they can't win the league, and we're just waiting for the second goal for them in this competition. If you are Samson Kesha and of course the technical crew, what positive will you begin from this Super 6 from the first 4 games, or let's say 3.5 games so far in this encounter?
I think one of the positives I will be getting is the exposure for these players. These are very young players, and they are playing against top teams.
De la creme, the best of the best.
Yeah, they're playing against top teams who have actually. I mentioned it earlier some time ago that if you take a look at the 6 teams that came for the Super 6, it is just Naija Ratels and Remo Star Ladies who haven't won the title. We have Rivers Angels that they are playing against.
They've won the title before. Very prestigious team.
You understand? Bielsa Queen, same thing. Edo Queen, same thing. And of course, Nassarawa Amazons. So, I would say one thing that this player should take away from this is the exposure and of course the experience. Coming to a tournament like this, it is giving them the needed exposure, I believe, and of course going into next season, it will help them prepare more, not just physically but also mentally for the league and by extension the championship. Should they be able to qualify and come for next season.
Okay, corner kick, it will be of course for Rivers Angels. Just number 3 will take it. Sandra John. Can she send a message like John did in the Bible? Unfortunately, Taro headed the one. But Kalagania go, good shot. Straight to the throat of goalkeeper Faith Milana. Milana goes long. Of course, Buckley was ball watching. That ball was for her. And then I will keep it. Good control by Dana. And then that goes long. Try to fight Jiratikba. A good pass again for Jiratikba. Can they not get it? But that's a foul. A foul here by Kenneth, if I'm not mistaken. A free kick in a very good position for Semerita, but she's nowhere to be found, unfortunately.
We've not really seen Naija Ratels get much set pieces in this encounter, and it's really nice to see that they're having the opportunity now in the second 45 minutes. Let's see what they could make of this. Like you rightly mentioned, Semerita is actually one player that take on the set pieces whenever they have the opportunities like this. However, I think it's going to be Oluwabumi that's going to take it, and she did take the first one earlier on, but that was
left a lot to be
she actually
desired.
ballooned that over the bar. Let's see if she'll be able to make anything out of this one.
Bumi stand behind the ball. He's going behind the ball. What can Bumi do? She's thinking. Should she go for a goal or should she get a cross? Bumi, can you deliver something very nice?
I think she would want to go for goal.
Bumi will cross.
Yes, like I said, she would want to go for goal, but of course that was not something to be afraid of, as it landed safely in the hands of the goalkeeper of Rivers Angels. And of course it's still one goal to Rivers Angels and no goal to Naija Ratels. Even if we've already crossed the hour mark, it's 64 minutes gone already in this encounter.
Cleared. Jonathan Ma again seems to be the troublemaker in the heart of the defense of Rivers Angels so far in this game so far. Oh, she's won the 50-50, and she's won the duel so far. And I tell you, she's also waiting for more balls to to cause havoc at the heart of the defense of Rivers Angels. Foul. Jonathan Ma, the culprit. A long kick out, it will be by Rivers. Again, no power. Good control there by Adana, who tries to go long, again blocked. Bumi, good control. Nora Davis tries to find Sally Grace. Headed out. Steve Ratels. Nora with good cross. Blocked. Nora tried to play in Genetic Bar. But the defender was not slipping at all. That would have been a good chance. A long throw, it will be blocked. Only a short free kick, Naija Ratels. Throw in the misses instead. Tries to find Bankole Sophia, good control. But Bankole is possessed finally. Still in play. Throw in Rivers Angels. You can see Rivers are playing the patient game. They know they are on the back foot, and so their foot must be put forward if something must happen. Thrown. That looks like a handball, but play on says the referee. A good cross, cleared. There's number 32. Finds her left back. Sandra John crosses, but finds Bumi instead. That's a foul, a hit on the upper body of Bumi. The game is becoming physical. Players having a go at each other. Fatigue setting in gradually as we approach the 60th.
Remember, I told you that I'm very sure that Coach Blackson was going to go for more goals, and we're beginning to see that they want more goals because they know, of course, you can't just score one goal and sit down and pack the bus. Anything can happen. Should Naija Ratels score, it reduces the tally from 3 points to 1 point. So
that a foul. That was a foul. Finally, the referee calls it back. That should be a foul all day, every day. Late call, but finally, the referee has obliged. Free kick. Another free kick against the Naija Ratels. Can they at least make good use of these set pieces?
That's something they have to work. They really have to work on. That's something they really have to work on.
The referee says no foul instead.
So instead, it's a free kick for Rivers Angels.
Long ball forward. We only find Bumi. That's quite risky. Faith will find Jumai. Jumai can't keep it in play. Throw in. Just number 19 quickly takes the throw in. Victoria, Sally Grace. Again, Obado's leg can't take the ball off the ground. Throw in for Rivers. Victoria will take again. Good defending there. Across. Faith to gather. No problem for Kufuor Faith. Faith will kick forward. Genetic Bar will chase. Ikma gets the ball to Bankole Sofiat. Can Sofiat create something for Ratels? The cross is blocked. Throwing. I think after the game we have to write a book of how Ratels failed to score in this encounter. Paulina Osho, a good play forward. And Aline Bochi is the goalkeeper that comes in and gathers.
Of course, Ratels would have to try harder because they can't seem to get, Rivers Angels back line. They can't seem to catch them sleeping. And of course, the keeper is more than alert, as she has been able to stop every ball, being sent to her by the Naija Ratels.
Do you think she's been worked enough by this Naija Ratels team?
I think she has. Because we've seen some brilliance. We've seen some, unexpected shots. Even when you think that the ball is likely going to roll past, the goalpost, she can actually take chances because any mistake, the ball will go in. So I think she's been on her toes. She's been kept on her toes all this time.
Okay, that's to be to throw in. Victoria will take it. The substitute for Rivers. The referee is insisting she takes it on the right place. Obado clears. Gets another throw in. Like you see, Rivers Angels are not interested in using the same ball as they find more time to waste. 20 more minutes plus added time. And Rivers will have their first 3 points of the encounter. The header, Anani gets on that throw in. Ratels can't seem to get away from their 18-yard box at the moment. A long throw, headed out, and that throw in. A long throw. Foul, says the referee. Advantage Ratels. Referee Diana Ejiro James from Plateau State is referee for this game. Again, Adana Obado dispossessed. Victoria will clear. A long ball. That could be dangerous. And of course, Bome will be there all day to play spoiler. There's number 32. Still going. She comes back. Of course, finally, the cross would not happen. She goes back to Victoria. Victoria finds Afolabi, the midfield maestro. Back to just number 32, Taiwo, who comes out. It is Obilana Faith to the rescue. Obilana Faith will kick forward, trying to find Janet Ikba. Throw in to Ratels. A long throw to be a good ball, blocked. Good control there by Folabi. She moves it forward. Find Chisholm. What can Chisholm do? Chisholm is still going. Chisholm will shoot. Fail to punch and gather. Good try there by Chisholm. Rachuku. Good control there. Nora Davis. Fighting Obado. Sally Grace wins it and turns. Tries to find Obado. Victoria will clear. Not all the two. Obado going. What can she do? She's still going. She moves the ball. A good control here. Clyde. Oh, show me shoot. Straight to the goalkeeper. Andalin Umbechi.
I told you earlier that, Naija Ratels were not tired, even though they looked defeated. They actually look defeated right now. They are not tired. We're going to, keep seeing this brilliance, from these players.
Paulina Osho, kind of handball as he's got a throw-in instead. Referee says it is a throw-in for Naija Ratels. Again, a very, should I say, an ambitious pass from Faith Milana. So just save there, Paulina Osho, who was alert. Changes, just number 22 is going out. Taiwo Ajibade to replace by Otubo. Yes, Patience in just number 14, but not yet. She has to get signal from the referee. As the games go on, Salio Grace wins this one. Still Salio Grace. Bankole Sofiat. Offside, says the referee. The change will finally be done. Taiwo Ajibade will go out. Our game has ended for today, and it is a two more patients in just number 14. Who will come in? She jogs in gingerly and takes her place on the pitch of play. And now attacking change again by Coach Tosan Blackson.
I told you that Rivers Angels actually do need more goals. You can't score a goal and sit down, pack the balls and wait for, your opponent not to push. At this point, you'll be shooting yourself in the foot. Should you concede a late goal, or should you actually concede any goal at all, whether late or not? So I think Coach Blackson is actually looking forward to, getting more goals right now. And we've seen that from the substitution he's made so far.
A throw in. Goal kick it will be for Ratels. Umbrella Faith finds Bube. Bube will keep the ball and buy some space. She crosses, headed out. Taiwo Afolabi will be dispossessed by Adana. Taiwo will clear, but not far enough. A good pass finds, of course, Janet Ikba. Ikba will go. Dead pass one. A shot by Janet Ikba.
Once again, yes, another brilliant display from that player, Janet Ikba.
It looks like there will be a water break. Yes, a water break today for all the players to go to come sip some fluid, be happy, take the shine of the sun, and of course be happy.
It's not as sunny as
we expect it to be at this time of the day.
Time of the day. I think the weather has been quite friendly, but you're not going to take away the fact that the weather is quite humid here in Ogun State.
Yeah. The players will take some water. The coach will use the opportunity to give some instructions. Don't forget that Samsikeshi can't be on the touchline. That's why he's not there. And it's Ugochukwu, who is in charge of course, Naija Ratels, trying to get them, of course, over the line in this encounter. Water break it will be. All is well when you take something in. Indeed, all well is well, I tell you. Quickly, 75 minutes gone. 77 minutes here, I beg your pardon. Come on, the game seems to be Naija Ratels, the same old, Like we are repeating ourselves over and over again, dominating the game, asking questions, creating chances, but can't hit the bullseye.
Naija Ratels, like I said, would take this experience, and I hope that for the players and the coach and the entire coaching team, they should probably pick some lessons from this championship. And for me, I think the big plus would be that the girls were able to gain this experience, and I did the whooping team in this year's champions Super 6 championship. Yes, it looks that way, but they are not the whooping team because they don't know how to play. However, we've seen some brilliant football from Naija Ratels. Their problem, however, is their inability, to score goals. And it's very evident that they don't have, a number 9, and which is something I think the coach has mentioned a few times, in his post-match interview. And I think it is something that they're going to look into, this coming season. And it's a good one that they made it to the Super 6. It's a really, a good one they made it to the Super 6. And I hope they're able to get a point. I was really hoping they're able to get a point here. So at least they get that confidence. They are able to say, you know what, we came. Yes, we didn't come to contend for the title, but however, we were able to also make a mark, here in Ikene when we went for the 2024-2025 NWFL, Super 6.
A good pass! Don't forget this match you're watching at DMZ Sport TV, powered by Ratels Sport Development Foundation. And I tell you, we're getting slowly but surely to the end of the 4th game of Naija Ratels in this encounter. Like she said, maybe not all fantastic, but again, there's a lot to take out from this. Adana playing fantastic play there from Adana Nwachukwu. She's indeed a child of God, like her name implies, Nwachukwu. Sally Grace. Of course, Paulina Osho. Moves the ball quickly. Obadu can give me the chance for Naija Ratels. Can you deliver something good? Obadu, believers, cleared. Naija Ratels, Obadu, dispossessed. Nora Davis finds Jumai. Jumai blocked. Billy finds Nora Davis. Nora Davis turns. That's a foul. All day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Naija just can't seem to break it. Just hit the bullseye. And that's why so far in 4 games they haven't come back home bringing in the sheaves. Free kick. Billy again on free kick duties.
She had to take on that responsibility since Rita Sever is no longer, on the field of play.
Header. Rivers. Nora. Dependable midfielder. She will guide the ball as always. She goes back to the goalkeeper. Faith Tominana. Who finds Anani? Anani finds Jumai. Jumai clears the ball. That's a Falabi dispossessed by Adana. No foul, says the referee. A shot that will go nowhere. Goal kick. Naija Ratels. Player is down for Rivers. Back up. She is. That's Taiwa Falabi. Who felt she was fouled. Jumai also on the floor. But Jumai is back up as well. Tired legs creeping into the game with her.
Yes, of course, tired legs indeed. Don't forget that after this encounter, each team has just one
day rest. Yeah,
1 day rest and just one more game to go. And of course, between these two teams, they have nothing to fight for. When we talk about the title, they are not in the title conversation right now. We're actually, waiting for the match that will be happening later on today. That is the game between Remo Star Ladies, who happen to be the host of this championship, playing Nassarawa Amazons, who after match day 3 also, had 7 points, tied with Bielsa Queens, who actually lost to Edo Queens earlier on today. So between these two teams, they were playing. They're actually playing for pride and of course to make a mark, in this championship. And we see that Rivers Angels are fighting tooth and nail to make sure they don't lose this advantage they've got, even as we count down, to the 90 minutes, 82 minutes on the clock it is at this point. And of course, Rivers Angels have a throwing.
Okay, Abadu, again being, what's happening. They got a quick throw it is. While the coach is busy talking to the players, Rivers played a quick throw in. Jumai will win this one. And Jumai is still trying to guide the ball. That could be a foul. Yes, he wins it. Don't forget, if you're just watching this game, it is still Rivers Angels leading by a goal to nil against Naija Ratels, the 4th team from the FCT. Point on shore. Can't find Genetic Bar. Throw in Rivers. Good ball here. Throw in. Rivers Angels. Quick throw. A long ball trying to find Mary Moses. But cleared by Jumai. Forward. And a chance there. Bacola Soviet has got a chance to have a shot at goal. She does.
That was taken too early. I think that was taken too early. No firepower.
Very tame.
No firepower to that shot.
What a chance again by Naija Ratels. I want to say how are the mighty fallen, but I don't think they've even got to the 90th position before. But it looks like everything seems to not work out for Naija Ratels so far in this game. Chance after chance, spawned and spawned and spawned. We complained they are not having shot on target. Now they are having shot on target, but they're not scoring goals. An improvement, if you ask me.
Well, I don't know if you call that an improvement. At the end of the day, there's still no goals, recorded for Naija Ratels. It's still same brilliance, we've seen so far, and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed at all. They are fighters that I give to them. They've got the energy, the pace, and they're not afraid. They're not intimidated by the big names, by the big teams at all.
Throw in, it will be for Naija Ratels.
And I can bet you that for every team that plays Naija Ratels, they have their heart in their mouth until the 90-minute whistle by the referee.
If there's something you can't get for Naija Ratels, is the fact that they will fight, and they would fight. Oh boy, they would fight.
Definitely, they are good fighters.
Rivers, clears. Nora Davis. Juma dispossessed. Handball says the referee. Free kick Rivers. Moses will leave it for Taiwo. Taiwo will leave it for Victoria. Victoria will leave it. It looks like she would leave it. Again, Adana surviving a yellow card there for kicking the ball after the referee has blown the whistle. There's number 4 with the header. A shot.
And that is goal number 2. Goal number 2 for Rivers Angels. Not so.
Goal number 2 it is. For Rivers Angels. Scored in the 85th minute of play.
Yes, Mary Moses did the honors for Rivers Angels.
She's been looking for the goal all game, and finally that goal has come from Mary Moses. Beautiful finish. Again, hit the crossbar, hit to Milana, into the back of the net.
The Naija Ratels team have been trying so hard to keep Rivers Angels away, and I told you earlier that the changes made by the coach was because he needed, more firepower. He needed, to increase his tally, and that is what we've just seen right here.
It's football a cruel game.
You can call it that.
Again, that's what we say. That is color does not tell the whole story, but it does in football because the goals gives the point, and it's of course Naija Ratels who trail by 2-0 despite asking all the questions so far in this encounter.
Especially in the the second half.
They had a challenge there.
Naija Ratels have been quite impressive in this second 45 minutes. However, they've been unlucky, and we know why when it comes to scoring goals.
Free kick for Naija Ratels. Before then, 2 players are down, head-to-head collision. I know what it means. The players must be treated on the pitch of play. They will be sure of their safety first and foremost before anything happens in the field of play. The player is down and crying. Hopefully it's not serious. The stretcher is up. Looks like the stretcher will not be needed. At least they were switched today. They knew their job was to come get them up. But the players will not be needing it. 2 players receiving treatment. Of course, that looks like Sally Grace. Sally Grace, she will be able to continue. Free kick. Noah Davis wants to take it. Same with Adana as well. Noah will leave for Adana. 88 minutes gone. Adana will take it. A cross forward. It back. Foul says the referee. The keeper is down after that collision. She came and she got the ball first. If she had not, that would have been a penalty. Reyu goal from Dalin Mbechi. Brave goalkeeping there by the Rivers number 1. But she cannot be stretched out. She must be treated on the pitch of play until there's a thing she can't continue, and then a change will be made. When the 90th minute of play in this game, wondering how many minutes the referee will be kind enough to add up in this encounter. But it looks like the woeful run of Naija Ratels will continue.
Of course, no time right now, and it's Rivers Angels 2, Naija Ratels no goal. With this score line, it means that Rivers Angels are getting their first 3 points in this championship, even though we've seen 3 minutes at a time to this game.
3 minutes of added time officially confirmed by the fourth official. Three minutes it will be. 3 minutes for Nigeria to find 2 goals to get a point, and 3 to get a win in this encounter. As we count down into the assessment of the game, how happy are you with the performance of both teams? Where do you think a team lost and won it? And what does it mean for both teams moving forward into the final game of the competition?
For both teams moving forward to the finals of the competition, like I mentioned earlier, that irrespective of the results we get here, we still have to wait for the game that's going to be played, after this game. That is the game between Nassarawa Amazons and the Remo Stars ladies. But even though we're looking, forward to that, at this point, we know that there are 4 teams. When we're talking about the title contention, as it stands, Edo Queens, after defeating Bayelsa, Queens this morning, they're already tied in 7 points. So we have 3 teams right now tied in 7 points. And Remo Star ladies will be going, to play Nassarawa Amazon in the next game with 6 points, while Nassarawa Amazons will be playing, with 7 points as it stands. So should the Remo Star ladies win, that takes them automatically to 9 points. Should Nassarawa Amazon win, it takes them automatically to 10 points. Should they have a draw, it gives Nassarawa Amazon the edge, at this point to go 8 points clear, among of all the teams. So that would make Nassarawa Amazons, give them the, bragging
advantage,
rights.
yeah.
Yes, give them the bragging rights going into match day, 5 as it stands. So we are yet to know the fixtures and how it's going to be played, what time the games are going to be played.
Whether they will be played simultaneously every game?
Simultaneously, yeah, on the match day 5. But at this point, I think Rivers Angels will be glad that they got 3 points, from this encounter. It was beginning to look like they came here to play. And playing a team like Naija Ratels and also stepping up, showing us what they are made of. It's also one thing I believe that fans out here were looking out for. Because Naija Ratels, of course, is one team, like I said earlier, we're not even given the benefit of the doubt of even getting to the Super 6. However, they are here, and we've seen that they are good, yes, good players, young players, I must say. They're very young, young squad. They are one team I'll be looking out for, come next season.
Are you worried for lack of goals in this competition? Last time we got 28 by match day 4. I don't think we've got up to 15 so far. What's happening? Is it that the teams are coming the game is becoming a bit tighter, or football is improving and teams are getting closer and closer to each other?
No, the goals are beginning to come. The goals are beginning to come. I think at the end of match day 3, we already had 17 goals.
Yeah. And we've got only 3.
We've got 3 today.
Yeah.
So that's 20.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's going to happen.
Can we surpass 8 in the next 4 games?
Can we make it to 8? Fine. it definitely it can happen. We have teams that can score goals, and we know the likes of Nassarawa, Amazon. It's going to get down to that. Nassarawa, Amazons, Bielsa Queens, and of course the Rebel Star ladies themselves, and Edo Queens. Don't forget they had the opportunity today. Just that one goal, they were able to pack the bus and get the necessary needed 3 points. I want to believe that the next set of games that we're going to see are going to produce more goals.
Okay, full time here at the Rebel Star Stadium. And it's the same old story for the fans of Naija as they fail again to secure any point in this competition. It is full time. Rivers Angels 1, Naija Ratels 0. Of course, it is what it is. Naija Ratels sit bottom of the table, yet to get a point. And for Rivers Angels, they move up to 4 points on the table. It is what it is. I tell you, wait and see how things pan out in the final game for Naija Ratels. For me, on behalf of me and of course Toro Jimmy, we say have a wonderful day. We're back. A game of match day 5 when Naija Ratels will be playing the final game of this competition. Bye for now.